次はクイナちゃんに力をお借りしましょう。お二人はお疲れ様でした。
ReZERO episode 3. Episode 3? That's wrong. ReZERO episode 2 of season 3. That's the right stuff there. My friends, I don't have it in me to fake hype. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have it in me to come on here and lie, you know, and be abundantly like, you know, overly obnoxious and beyond more than what I'm feeling. And I think I always come on here, and if you are clicking on this video or whatever for the first time, today we're talking about ReZERO season 3 episode 2, and how I think this episode was just okay. It was an okay episode. And I try and keep it very real here on the channel. I don't like, you know, people who are just overly obnoxiously positive or overly obnoxiously negative. Like, you're going to find that as you come across certain videos and stuff, especially on YouTube, that there's just a lot of people who they're just like hype and excited about everything. And it's like, it's impossible. Like, you just can't be that way. And then on the flip side, you have the polar opposite. I'd like to think I see somewhere in the middle. Like, the polar opposite is the ones who are just like, they shit on everything. Like, even the things that they might like. The reason I want to start off with that is, like, I love ReZERO, and I think that, you know, so far they've set a big tone this season. But my reality is episode 2 was just fine. Like, I didn't, like, nothing felt out of turn, right? Like, so the episode starts and we're facing off against the sloth witch of greed, whatever. And within like 3 minutes, Subaru dies, okay? And he goes up to the top of the tower to go face the witch and go save this kid, Tobias or something like that, or what the hell is this kid's name? I mean, I didn't write it down. So, you know, whatever this kid's name is, he goes and he tries to save this kid, Legolas, whatever, Lord of the Rings. He goes to try and save this kid. Okay, whatever. And the kid is there because, you know, he's worried about his sister, girlfriend, whatever, this Tina girl. But he goes up to the tower with no plan. He just goes to try and save this kid, and immediately he dies. So it's like, at what point do we just go like, Subaru, have you learned like just nothing? Like, have you learned nothing? You know what I mean? Like, have you just, like, I feel like he does, like, he has these moments of like utter brilliance. Like, throughout season 1 and 2, he has moments where it's like, oh shit, he's getting it. Like, he's learning how to utilize his powers. He's learning, like, he's getting it. I think probably a good example is, like, you know, the fight with the whale. Like oh, he's strategy is hitting him. Like, all of a sudden, like, he's a chess master. And then he has moments of just utter incompetence. And, you know, I guess some of you might say, like, oh, you know, well, that just shows you how immature he still is, or that shows you his true nature, or that, you know, that shows you that he is still sheltered, or he still doesn't quite get, like, I get that side of the coin. But it's like, at what point do you stop making excuses and go like, okay, this is just not poorly written, because I definitely don't want to say that, but it's like, at what point does he begin to actually learn and utilize these skills? Like, he literally just ran there just to die. You know what I mean? And, like, what did he really learn from that? Like, I don't think he learned anything. In his first go-around, I legitimately don't think he learned nothing. And then his second go-around, he's like, okay, let me go and get help. Okay, so then his second round, he goes and he finds, you know, he finds assistance, or whatever, I guess you could say. He goes and he finds assistance. He finds help, and he faces off, you know, against the witch. And in this case, you know, he summoned Red Hair Boy. What the hell is what's Red Hair Boy's name? I don't remember. But he goes and he summons the Red Hair Boy, okay? And he goes in, and, you know, he's able to not overpower, but he's not affected by the witch of wrath, or the witch of greed, or whatever she is. He's not affected by her powers. So unlike a lot of others, you know, he's not really affected by the powers whatsoever. So he goes in and he basically mollywops, you know, he mollywops this girl. And right before the end of it, you know, I was trying to frantically look for his name. Reinhardt. Reinhardt's his goddamn name. I didn't even find it. But Reinhardt goes in and he slaps, slashes her in half, and she kind of wants it to happen at that point. So she just does legitimately die. But then so does Subaru. Subaru dies because he finds out, which I feel like he should have known from the first time. But I guess the first time he was under her spell, so I guess he didn't quite remember. But her spell is that any damage that happens to one happens to another kind of thing. So he kills her and he kills everybody. So, okay, he learns from that. Then he goes from the third one, and then he interacts with Betty, and he tries to rope Betty into it, and then he ropes Amelia into it. She ropes herself into it. And then we finally go and we meet the white-haired boy because, Amelia fails, and he basically just stands there as, like, a bystander, and he legitimately does nothing the whole time. Like, he goes and he saves the kid, right? He goes to the top, and, he saves this Tobias Legolas kid. And the Wrath of the Witch is doing whatever she wants. And then this Regulus piece of doo-doo comes. And he's like, oh, she's going to be my 79th wife. And then that's how the episode ends. Also, forgive me, guys. I'm shit with names. And I cover too many animes to remember everything. So, don't come after me. Because especially if ReZERO is like your favorite property ever. Like, how do you not remember Frederica? Yeah, I just don't fucking remember. Even if I just watched it. But, yeah, so the episode ends with that, and she's like, oh, it's going to be my 78th wife. At that point, like, bite your tongue, kill yourself real fast, crack your neck, like, kill yourself, Subaru. Maybe he will next episode, I'm not sure. But, like, at that point, it's like, okay, you need another redo, kill yourself. Like, kill yourself. Tell Betty real fast, like, yo, kill me. Like, tell Betty to kill you, like, just kill yourself. Go run, go just... full tilt lineman, just go run at this Regulus dude so he can kill you. You need to die real fast so you can get a nice little redo. Outside of the fight, though, with Amelia and the Witch of Greed or whatever. Witch of Wrath of Greed, whatever. Or Sloth, whatever. Outside of the fight with her and Amelia, which I think was a good fight. I like seeing Amelia use her powers. Like to see her, like, I liked everything. And if she didn't suddenly pull this little Tina girl out of her ass, which are like, where the hell does she come from? She would have killed her. Like, she would have won, I think. But on an entertainment level, for me personally, I'm not saying for you. I'm not trying to push my opinions on you or anybody. But for me, it's like from an entertainment level, it was like a 6 out of 10. Like, it was within the expectations. You know what I mean? It's like if you go out to eat at the Olive Garden, like, you can basically taste the food before you get there. Like, yeah, the breadsticks were pretty good, but it tasted like, microwave pasta, Are you full? Yeah, you ate. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like, it wasn't like you went to like a 5-star at, hey, we're gonna give you the pasta. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we went to like some like 5-star Italian restaurant. Like, no, we went to the Olive Garden. It was the Olive Garden. You know what I mean? It was within expectations. That's how I feel about this episode. Like, it was fine. It was another episode of ReZERO, but it just didn't shake my britches. You know what I mean? Like, it was just fine. So I know some of you are probably gonna hate on it in the comments, but hate away, please. I need engagement, guys. I need engagement on the videos. Help your brother out. Be negative. Be like, yo, Dom, you suck. Whatever you guys want. But yeah, I just felt like it was just fine. So yeah, hopefully next week's a little bit better now that Regulus is in the picture, and we'll see. Hopefully Subaru kills himself, like, cause he needs to kill himself this time. And yeah, we'll see where we go from here. But yeah, anyways, sorry I forgot Reinhardt's name. I couldn't remember this dude's name, and I still don't know what the hell this kid's name is. Tobias? Is his name Tobias? I gotta scroll through the episode. Is his name Tobias? Is his name Legolas? Is it Legolas? I legitimately cannot remember. Oh, his name was Lustbell. His name's Lustbell. I was not anywhere near that. His name's Lustbell. I call him Legolas. Ooh, Bowman. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.